and ask yourself, why can I not achieve this in 6 months? Not everything can be achieved that fast, but I love the concept when you're committed, basically you will find the way. Without commitment, there is no invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. And so for your 12 to 24 month time frame, I invite you to think in terms of impossible goals, unrealistic goals. What could you achieve in 12 to 24 months if you were locked in, lasered, and being as your future self, being from your future self, acting as your future self, not as your current self, operating from the assumed future? There's a great quote from Neville Goddard. He said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Similarly, Florence Shin said, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. Faith is essentially the commitment, the conversion, the desire, but the definiteness of that what you want is already yours, and you're assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You're walking forward and figuring it out and adapting and figuring it out, but you have to have that definiteness, that commitment of purpose. One thing about this that I think is very interesting is that one of the reasons people are afraid to set goals, it's this weird ego that people have, ego with themselves and ego with other people, is that people think that if they set goals and then don't achieve them, they're a loser. The reason to set goals is not necessarily to achieve them. The achievement of the goal, frankly, doesn't matter. Whether you achieve the goal or not, the goal is actually a tool for driving directed action, energy, motivation, and action and identity. So when you think about a 12 to 24 month goal, I want you to think in terms of seemingly impossible, that if you put your head down and if you essentially disappeared to everyone around you, and I'm going to go into a different principle on that in a few principles, but if you just locked in and lasered in and were in flow and focus and just weeded out 80% of your life, which is a distraction, all the things that are holding you back, the self-sabotage, the distraction, the low-level media, and if you just lasered in, what could be possible? What could be possible for you, which it doesn't matter what anyone else can do,